Good morning, everyone. Well, at least some of you, it's morning, I guess. I hope you had a really great weekend, spending time with family, making some memories. Um, and so here we are, Monday morning, if that's when you're watching it, it's when it usually comes out, starting a new week. So I really hope you have a blessed week coming up. Actually, today, Monday, is a holiday. And so I wanted to show you an idea that I came up with that was an accident. In fact, I've been wanting to do this video for about a month, but I couldn't exactly figure out how to do it because the pieces I originally used were already pieces that were already kind of cut from other projects, and I just kind of threw it together. So I had to redo it a few times, make sure my measurements were okay. But just know that when you're doing this, you can change your measurements up however you want, depending on how you want your page to look. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this was my original page. This was originally done with the Croptoberfest papers. And this was a partial piece. This background was just a partial piece. And you can see how I've got the tape chips holding it together. So I had one of these cut and another one partially cut. And then I had one of these, a few of these cut just laying off to the side. So when I grabbed them and put them together and added them to this paper, I thought it looked pretty cute. So these are different pieces. This piece right here is part of this paper. So it was long enough to be able to add an extra section in here. This was just an extra piece that was laying around that went with the collection, and then these two pieces. So as you can see, it was kind of a hodgepodge idea, and I loved it, but wasn't sure how to teach it. So spent last night, spent this morning working on it. So I hope you like it. Let me know, click the like button if you like it, and leave a comment. And so let's get started. This was one that I did with the new Christmas collection, Christmas Charm. And I thought it came out so cute. See how this section here is a lot wider? That was because this piece wasn't long enough to go over here and add another color in there. But as you can see, it's kind of a hodgepodge, but it really wasn't a lot of the wavy pieces. I used a straight piece right here to fill in this section so that this was long enough. Okay. This is with the new Flurry of Fun paper. Isn't it pretty? I love the colors in this paper pack. And this one is done the same way with the same paper. So that's the paper I'm going to use today. I'm going to use this Flurry of Fun designer paper pack and the stickers that came with it. Now, this collection only came out last Monday, and already some of the embellishments are already sold out. But there's still plenty of paper, still plenty of stickers. So if this is something that you think you might like, get a hold of your advisor or just hop onto her website and get the paper so you can get started and make this. Okay. So these are a few pieces that I'm going to use. And these papers are full sheets. But let's just pretend that these were partial sheets of paper. These actually will be once I get them cut. But this is a partial sheet right here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take one of your pieces, and you're going to want to start by putting the paper in from the left into the right. Okay. Excuse me. I'm fighting allergies this week. So here you can see that this is where the paper will cut. We only want a little bit cut off of this side to get this paper cut because we want it to go out. And hold on just a second. Okay, So I'm going to line this up and I'm going to center the paper on this trimmer. So I'm going to try to hold this up and hold it on here straight. Okay. So I'm going to center it so you can see that I'm going to put it up. Blah. This arm doesn't stay up, so it's kind of hard. So I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it up one set of blocks and just move it over just enough to where it's going to cut the paper in that wave. Okay. So I'm going to center it on the trimmer. And I'm just going to cut this little piece. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to cut this at about 1/4 of an inch on the bottom. So it's going to be a little bit wider. 1/2 inch, sorry, about 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch is going to be right here on the trimmer. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 marks over and the second largest line. Okay. Again, you want to center the paper to make sure the print is going to be the same way. Or the cut, sorry, is going to be the same. Because if you push it all the way up to the top or all the way to the bottom, you won't get the same cut. Okay. I think I moved it. I did just a little bit. Okay. All right. So there's the first piece. Now I want to get this piece right here, this one that's on the bottom. Oh, wait, no, it's this one. Because you're using the same colors on the top and the same colors on the bottom. So this piece is the one I want to cut now. That one is approximately 1 1/8 inch wide. Now, here again, I just want to remind you, it doesn't have to be exact, okay? Depending on the size of your scraps, you just kind of want to trim it, whatever size your scraps are. And excuse the light, it's coming from my shades. So about 1 1/8 of an inch, 1 1/4, something like that. Let's see, no, because, yeah, 1 1/8, 1 1/4. Okay, just make sure that the tops of these waves are about the same mark on your trimmer. Okay, and there's that other piece. Now what I want to do is use this paper. So we have those two. I want to use this paper. And it doesn't matter which way I do it, if I want to do the stripes up and down or if I want to do them horizontal. It just depends on how I want to use the rest of the paper. Depending on how much paper I have left over, I may want to use the back to put this on. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to get the wavy cut just right on the edge. So I just want to cut off a little piece to get that wave on there. Now this one is going to be about 1 1/2 inches wide. So, and I want to center it. I hope I centered it. think I did. So if I put the top of the waves at about 1.5 inches from where it's cutting here, it's cutting at the 2, so it gets a little confusing. I can put this on here and just kind of see if it's about the same distance that I want. No, that's going to be too big. So I'm going to move it over. And that looks better. So it's actually at the 1.25 inch. So if I hold this up here, the 2 would be 1 inch, and I've got it at the next mark. So it's 1.25 inch there. Okay, so that's where I'm going to cut it this time. Again, center the paper. Make sure it's straight. Moved it again. This can be a little picky. Okay. Cut that one. Okay. So this is going to go in here like this. Okay. Now we're going to take this piece and we're going to cut it at about 1.75 inches. So we're going to put the top of the waves at about 1.75 inches. So right there, sorry, that line right there, that's where the top of the wave is 1.75 inches. And we're just going to cut it straight. So this one is going to go like this. Okay. Now, how much of this piece do we have left? Probably not enough. It's at about 3 inches, just under 3 inches. So I'm going to take another piece to be a middle piece. I'm going to adhere this down. So this is really all kind of a guessing game, you guys. It really just depends on what size your scraps were and how much you have left of each and stuff like that. So change up these dimensions however you need to, just to get it where you want it to be. The key is to make sure you've got the top and the bottom of each paper straight in line with each other, okay? Because if you don't, it's going to look a little weird. Okay, straight across. Eyeball it, going up, center it. Okay, the edge is right along the edge right there. Same with this one, straight across the edge. So if I want to use this sheet of paper as the rest of this page, this is going to go here. It's going to need to be at the 12-inch line. This one will go here. So we're going to need a good 1.5 inches to cover up this section here. Now, if you already had pieces that were cut like this and it would fit in there and it would fill in, perfect. Or If this piece was a little bit longer and you could put another little wavy piece in here, that would be perfect as well, because that's what I did in the first one, because that other piece was long enough. But this one, I don't have to cut it into a wave, but I want a different color. So let me see how this will work. Just put this on here and this here. Will that give me enough? Not really, because the trees kind of throw it off. What color is this back here? That's the same as that one. So maybe I will cut this. Or I will cut another piece of this one into that wave. So it will fit there. And I need the piece to go this way. So I'm going to cut it from this side. So did you guys see what I did there? I needed to know which way those waves were going to make sure that I cut the wave the right direction. Okay, because it's going to need to go out. It's going to need to fit. Yeah, it's going to need to go like that. So I'm going to turn it around. We'll see. Okay, so now if I put this here, this is in the middle, that will work. Okay, so I can put this here because this is a full sheet. Then I can either add this on here like this and just throw the snowflakes right there and be done. Or I can add one more piece like this, put that piece on there and go like this and have just a little more dimension. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Here, I'll hold this up. This is a personal preference thing, guys, however you want to do this. So if I hold it like this, you've got the continuity of all the snow going right through the middle, right there. Okay. Then if you do this, let me cut this piece off because I think I am just going to go ahead and use it. I can put this here with this one and adhere it on there. Again, make sure it's exact on the bottom and just move it over whatever distance you want. I just eyeball it, but you can measure it if you want. Okay, and now if I put it on here, pretend this was just a partial piece of paper, but it was big enough to put on here. It just gives you an extra little bit of color, an extra little bit of dimension. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down, add some embellishments, and we will be done. So just play with it, guys. Do whatever you want, put whatever dimension you want on it. Like I said, this page was a complete fluke, and I loved it. So now I'm teaching it to you. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just think about it. Think about just adding my channel to your subscription list. And then when I have new ideas come out, you can be notified if you just go ahead and click the the little bell, and you can see everything else that I'm going to come out with. But here you go. There's the dimension. Now, to finish it off, let's add a couple of stickers. I'm thinking a Christmas tree. And I think I'm going to put a couple of foam squares on it so it will stick up a little higher. Let's see. Maybe I want some smaller ones. That look like right there. I can add some clouds up here. Again, just so it sticks out a little better, I'm going to put some foam squares on it. Throw a cloud up there. And what else can I put in there? Let's see, it's got out exploring here, snow adventure, wintry. Kind of want to put something down here to go with the tree with the snow on it. Maybe a pair of mittens or gloves. Trail access. Here we go. Trail access right here with Christmas tree. There we go, guys. It's all done. What do you think? Let me know. I hope you like this idea. Like I said, it was an accident when I originally did it. If you haven't requested to join my Facebook group, pop on over, request to join, because I would love to see how you guys completed a page like this. Just show me your ideas, show me what paper you used, and stuff like that. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a marvelous week, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you. See you later.